Leadership where?
So bang yo ngome apa ti jo ka ti de kan ta ko ni na ti ke some fraction of parties bang yo ngome yo ti
ngero ba bendrel obia bina winyu ko association kar mara menu association no bino yabera menu present rule bedo chairman nere data bino joining that association. Then mine ashapa ngeo da ngo bino team so much. Then associations do tero bina do ana ngeo. Anna pera ko bino yab association noro oero chi yabo, let me say, and the only performing artist of Lango. Obino cha hare kare mora me Mr. D, I think ya ta posting in social media. Meda nutia ko bukopa teni. Ko ni manu radio stations ati Lango kan miru tu pass and piera bishare of where Lango kan. Pian gin ti Lango me developing Lango. So jo kan tero nenu gin charach attack ko tero beda ti social media. I remember D tepenyo tamma ye gina ene chona chaka bedo gina rach nyope. In that church area Nutia complaining and as well telling those people that they were not doing much. So I remember I told Diakobi Ginikobo Nidushutia Bear, but why don't we come together? We form a group, the radio stations. We can visit them. They have boardrooms. They have conference halls. What about presenting Guinea board away from social media? On social media here, you draw reactions, and some of these reactions are not well thought of. So he accepted. One of the performing artist of Lango Pal. We certificates of appreciation. Your radio, radio, Q, radio, unity, radio. We went and met these people, and believe me, the result that came up after Warwanasha was really awesome. Ginu kana wano timo, otacho yo about hotels apopata ti Lango. One of them was Lira Hotel. And no kind of better Pacific 291 Kwene, places that were hosting shows. And as I led this team of musicians, when we met Honorable Sam Ngola at Lira Hotel, I told him, Akobi Sam, yini bedo ngata ber, ikonyo jo Paul, gero atoba, gero skule, ikonyo tina tino, jo nuo tu pachigi, nuo gimatia, ento gina me yini timo pio were pachukane. Katie and hako be more you can do. Another company yini bedo one Lira Hotel director. Yini only Lira Hotel jo pang millionaire we a million a day. Atole dang no tia pango garden ni yungecha. Dang tia pango yunge com nang pe stage dang pe tom dang pe dang mi ritual well chen ni adok te wot pango toma pa te wo pango com te do ku pango Germany dushu. So ginu and no honorable omio jo ame yobu show luoro yobu show Lira kana pian Lira Hotel no bero kana bere yobunga yobu show adit chakarda chama onu penge na hawela jo cholo pi garden pi jo anu ti kunu gin ngeo ngame honorable te kobiwa te luongo manager te ko manager ni te ki jo ni en tiami to yobu ginuru kan migi wela me pe kar welli neno mo me pami to kobi wi yamo. So manu beru gina me honorable Sam te gamo te ya ikanu te worry Pacific. Court also said Felix Ekobni manu page wun kai binu no kan wunu te in pashu mi to yobuginuru kan tikita mana ngo akonyu kere. So not te wacha te kello ginuru. That was the first success ana team achieving as a, let me say, as a collective effort by luongo warnani obedu no kara shell. Then we speak ulohuni yore moro meniang pian dano mertia timigi no kai ni wore chaho by attacking and better on the defensive and kai chahe poye ita ko you can still do more than you're doing now where wado te chako ko radio pian jona na better joan yang the pressure is too much jo kan chala nutia mitigi nango where some are even friends no better what represented or pe go on ning karo kan nang no where give meet. So we need to give them reasons. And then another could be Honorable Sam. It could be Sam. In any of this Lira city you're seeing, entertainment, any city that kills the creative part of it, that city dies. Entertainment is the soul of a city. Takipetia timere that city dies. I think now you know ni. Cash show tia timere kane. Border to you unusual amount of money that night. Take events tia timere numero ting jo teri kwany dog jo poyo ni. Border ni nen ko tinyo dana shelle o kwanyi dog teacher do ho pashu. Ka no show pe ono da tingo dana do ka kwanyi diku mekeli dog teach but pien show tia tingo dana no ni no tia la di to and fro tia ti you chente e ka jona me cielo ginu garru tina me tia cielo lo ni ngo ka popcorn tina me tia cielo mai do cielo ma cho mar mo duoke tia di jona na no ti you chente pia no gin chao cho jo e ka nying lira no tia beru winyere ho pien azawi takitia bino lira kane an international artist is coming to Lira. They will talk about it. Where are you going? Lira. Where is Lira? Lira is in northern Uganda. Is it a nice city? Have you loved it there? So entertainment, the activities in your marketing a place. So that really sank and something was done. Fast forward. Giwacha tu ni karme miyo wado ra chene do mi bed association. Then dog your energy your terwenyo ko. I also left it there. But I dog bedo any karemoro I remember. I'm a COVID don't tia bino. Actually before COVID during campaigns. The idea of bedo keda association Dr. Bedati now associations wa me tieni ngo utunu do ka kwena account po tia teach. I actually asked what is the state of this old association. Tia woting on one leaders either bolo gini dong jamu kai bailo hi jo wa ko. Then I go, okay, let us come up with something. I remember we created LISIMA, Lira City Musicians Actors Association. That registering, actually it's the only association in Chawani ticket a website, Tera ticket recording on Jami Dushu. I mean, in so doing, one of better yera. I don't put myself for any position. Joaya Koni Maros, you will have to be our chairman. Ananaha in the man lao kono a bed a where lao mwaka paru yani peti ni no morana wora chui lao kan na bedo atela me lao nyo meta lo ngatoro but jo yera kadi koma pe so LISIMA ta bedo ta chi cho yo tino mogo me mwa gi potiti da me mwa gi pe carpier yo yangwen chawa no tayo me yo tino ni charan me we kadi ti wer o miel jo moga mielo kadi ti wer jo yo waro nyim we gave them support. You can go and interview them. Because of that, abina chaho nasha. Tatu ni karame NGOs ta bino tero mi yo wachente. Chene ni mi yo wani we hoden o cholo duogo to the main pool. Aware woro den ta wote mi gire mer moro kanyo woro show nyo tia et no tia encouraging your team business and show cha moro bere bala betting. Nenamo. So where can ta woden no chente ni others have not paid up to now. Jo can delay to pay. I mean, no check what pay any delaying to ni karna. Ko kan man kan na chalo chairman ko ni award kede o check wo maka weri. It is going to spread that negative news. Jo aero lokoni maros dago ngadi tia dago ngadi awoti. Ineno funds why ho kacha ginna yeda do ho mio why chama ro one pot wero not. Biene nuoni jo moro ni nuti condemning the other side tia sympathizing. So, pay no a united voice. I'm at here condemning Ginaranyo. This thing is bad. Let's stop it. So, me okay. Since I will now build on those few who still support what I do. No, what we are encouraging. So, LISIMA is there, but I left LISIMA to be. Then, elections take COVID don't know be now in the middle. Giwani nutia timere before COVID. Na karame COVID ubino there was a very big call ni manu chene manu tia bini board government adita me you bot you am better affected by COVID jomiro for me association then association wa me LISIMA no petikedo where dushu because this is one thing that musicians have not understood association kari anu tia luongo ni Lao Artist Association peter ni takini better where Lao no better member listen very well bala ana ram ko bi an pa better member me la better member me lama PN better member constitution woko ni membership ti wel chenta rom kiti eka dwe nyoy mwa achiel mier chul chenda rom kiti then ginu kene tichi kerda notie. So you are not going to become a member when you have not paid membership. You have to subscribe. Yeah. Then you are free also to quit. So now kaginu rubini nying lao nodo your dushu where do chi lao bedo members, which is not true. So lisima wacha no bedo ka for people who had subscribed to it. Ineno. So ikarame idea yo bina lisima jono na jo bedo manu tia mitu gamendo tia mitu where dushu. Then ngatame ginwer landing, I think it was Blood Moon. Blood Moon started with the mobilization uloha kedo where coding on, and I think Pahame wanota bino bedo encountering ginamo bino we would see, especially Jome Union bino yote wari hotel loro luoni silent ti yo Lumumba kacha. No, is it Lumumba? No, Kichope. But I would kunasha the people we saw there nupo bedo gino where nyaka chela ana loho kedo ko ni maros an como rida kan ba an gira pa beda where anu tiu choa anda where ya kole because chame jot yang ngute ni jo kole ko ya aneno gin now ya gin ko man kar ko where ya district and let me go and greet them. So taneno ko ni in the process of choyo jo mede jo cho warrior kedo warre where ga mo bedo where ma titeni da ko we ho ko. So ginchauti mereme should that money come no in anatine atia cho kapa keto dako na pia nyo jongeo nyo girlfriend na nyo ngana nyo mama na aketo war na ma nyo war na ko since uni nge bari un pe bedu unu wer anna yati aketo wigini so ka chiento bino nen kireme nyon dwako chen. So ginchata bereme Lao ta choyo a record number of musicians in the whole country. Actually, record wa where ameti and money Uganda Musicians Association. Lokiti jo mi tutumi yang when gin nuru. And to more than a half of that to register the under Lao kan. So man ginu jo po team okede. Ni chunye konyo really musicians. But anyways, kanu chenne chao binu giro konyo Lao. I have no problem with it. Unfortunately, the message I'm passing about to Werela was that chende nitia binu men no joko makete ya account wa ta poko unu ko. So ana bero dana chela mo bero penyo ni gamen ko maketo billion a chela wa ta withdrawing unu ta bi be Pacific kanu ta poko ni game. Then no government no petty serious do. So ana ngo begin now ka gintia binu I left circle terni no mier one ko bedu unu keda association wa me 107 ye chente. So en chende wacha na yada determining well chende dia wan wo kwayo I main pool kusha e ka ota bedu no able to pay this money back. I remember chende ma ota binu wero ganu nogre ta wo den no dang, and I don't think they paid back. Mano na ta giki pian jame po nuo chente po unita ki yin pay ti chulo po mi dong. So jo kana me nu miero nuong pero ta nuong pian jo bo cha wo den no pe oti mongo po chulo dwa. Then you know tia dua mi poki association oko. Actually there was Lao Artist Association, there was True Talent Association, there was Koni coding on no man code. Actually no joko ni test studio ni nang mi bed kere where can form an association. Manu bini chen. Actually mana kita artist for development tia teach kere part kita association at a time tia teach kere. Artist for development is very unique. Run by Adam, and so ginchata team unfortunately they crumbling. Okay? In our quest to look for money, it took us to Gulu, Karameonua at General Saleti. So we were wakuno. There was a call. Amemblan munubino dabe kobone. Yotia kobijo dushido ya joining Oma. Associations at a time let us have one main association. Uganda can. Through that value chain, ginti along the value chain to benefit all artists. So now, other regions at it in Dongaluongo Guinea cluster part under Woma. So we became Uganda Musicians Association, Lao cluster. Blood Moon, the chairman, Yerni Timeramana School, Kampala, Nuape, but they are reserving position advice to me. and ginamita clearing we yam boto wer anana pa chung ni jo yera me bera tela gini dushu timera nwana pe no unity pe nyoni atuba tie groups ti po gara po pari where I actually wish no peda beru da where la kan piani gin pe ha metia timere kede lap tela kede ngo metia timere la kan beru something that I cannot solve. Unfortunately, people can't allow me to keep quiet, and they can also not allow me to sit back and not take any leadership position. People will question why Maros inawano ngeni riahe niange ye megini bed kiti nyo ye ni joteli kiti eto anna tikede twero na gira me bedo lingiti enana winyo gina me blood moon bedo kobo ana bedo na ni TikTok. But I only deep inside blood moon. Pe believing in Germany I think deep inside. So Anna, I don't want to respond to Ginui Ken Amano Kobo. Anna ngeoni omina blood moon. I love you, and I wish you well in your leadership. Anna Pera, I won't answer what you say, but to speak for Patame Anna Taylor and Ikarame Federation Obino Yavere. Federation and up only something like that was taking place. It first got they start getting more lucky tela meti and by that time I don't know about vice for that don't know the party active because I've been acquired you're replacing anoko at your better replacing and piano don't know jami petia water bear. So in that process Moon was joining Federation. So tell me woman caramo realizing and were joining Federation. No gini gap you dong ilang kan dong. Pian John it ever kobani. Karamoja ocho proposal gi mel when you come ne halanya manutia timere Karamoja. You know there were gun violence in Karamoja. There was gun violence there. So the Karamoja artists under the leadership of Evie Trace, they ocho gini balu what government and me ticket gi sensitizing community gi work job ben na khere ginta nuongo million mia chele pier ya wi abisia gina me uma head office otimo jo choya gi cover letter te konyo gi kede connection na me gin ticket West Nile kana me jot ya na khere ya pa under leadership Kennedy ucho gini unuo gini million mia chele mano me lwenyi kom you know to lwenya manu tia betimer kunu between rohariocha. So one ni kanu gina tia timere kitungon no petie. And so jore ko ni one ti no gapa duon lao. Eto na no yin wi twero gini. Itwero ye anane ko Joshua ni by the way an pa telo lao ta kipange kwena ma telo were la tere ye. Atero gi kwene pien dano cha dano ti atelo jo me bia mi da ya we hono neno ni ngono. Anyima Germany pe. So the people, one we trust you, we shall guide you, Nano Jama Paul. But association you get from the association as much as you put into it. In paid on your association, it doesn't work like that. You have to be creative. Choginuru, Katua, Alawayoti, Lang can attack. Ping up a unu where a line binu that your balu. Unentity addressing your board ministry. Take only one of me to me, or go where you come to our way. No chen, Matia Mitapi, one team again. Any year, the government to me to teach get aware, me to teach get a duan wa me kubulok, but loak.
What could be the way forward to bring all these artists together?
The way forward, no atia lock keda where a dahamara child. Take over any tia me to ning at a pobeda where your tail aware. At a berodana and a war. So chama oro kanuni ante kanuni ko bugina do nuro pedo wata rare we peda kobi but anyere ye agire ko woni now just because you teach you bat ya dagere yakina ge nyopeti ya wara tela metelo ge it doesn't mean you should call a joha to come and lead the church. That actually means you have completely failed, and I don't think Lao has completely failed. It is just about you identify and be bold about it. Neno. Ana and party acquire. By the way, I prefer to lead a certain category of musicians, Benri. Personally, there are actually where I would rather not lead. Yeah, because they are so bent on doing things the way they want to do it. And sometimes once somebody has chosen the wrong path and you're calling them back, they cannot listen. Maybe they go and meet something, they learn, and then they come back and do even better now. So Anabedo won come my Uganda Musicians Association Lango cluster kane. I was appointed by President Cindy Sanyu, the same way Blood Moon was also appointed by Kenzo. So for those who were saying Ngao Yero Maros, maybe you need to ask Ngao Yero Moon, because Uganda Musicians Association is a national body. I'm a ticket one president. Now, president, you're at a national level. Then president don't team appointing regional representatives. So that is where I come in. And you are free to be under me, you are free to be under Moon, or Ginapira Tech Up. And what I am now embarking on doing, music adoki can. Because I was big before I became a leader. Yes. For me, Beratela were actually Lilunia, Dwaka Dog Pain, Mia Beru Nungatia, when you get Laro Lognyot, trying to outreason someone or some people, a group of people. So I actually feel position Natal wearing is not something I even need. Because for me, if I mean to do music, music, I'm going to be very, very okay. Yeah, I'm going to be even richer than Ngatura. You get? So I want to go back to singing because I even feel there is a gap. Recently we lost BP. We were not clicking, we were not care fall.
Since the dismiss of BP, how are you trying to cover the gap?
We can't cover the gap. Once someone has died, that gap remains forever. We are not going to cover it because we are not going to sing like him. But what we are going to do, as one Lango, I think for some of us who were, because let me tell you a secret, and probably the fun music. One, you are not serious, but it is possible. Footballers are made to deal, but they don't watch football. They don't lack. They do it for money or ask or dog teach.
Does it mean that you don't attend shows or concerts?
I attend when I have to. But music is not something I'm willing to kill. I'm willing to hurt someone for. Because the Benril, why? Anati gifted the Jama Paul Pan. In school, nwatuku drama level lorame penenne. In school atuku dilu level la penenne. In school down nu angwech. John Luan irupin. Man ngwech yenane. Many don't believe that that they can tell. I used to run, I used to do what? I can actually quit music and go into stand-up comedy and I still make money. So why should I really fight over music?
You were touching something concerning
yeah.
Yes. How are you trying to? You said the gap cannot be covered, but you are doing something.
What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to make sure it is like how mini, for example, no yatigi nura en konyi timo. Ati shawa ni endong pe. You're going to have to work twice as hard. That is what I want to do now. You have to work twice as hard to try to cover up for the gaps I know where. If ka you work peta me yari puru por reha chel chako do puru maybe a hario the extended family should get covered. So now you feel like that person has left behind a family. I don't mean family I mean family, the funds. So We need to work, not only me, but the rest of the artists in Lango in northern Uganda. Let's work twice as hard to be able to push out Ginurame covering Gapamet Udong. Yeah, that's what I mean, and that's what I'm going to do.
That will be wonderful.
And I can promise you, I'm going to try.
All right, thank you very much, Maros. And someone outside there would love to know what could be your relationship between you and other top artists, like let's say Kangon Town, Mr. D, Coco Finger, those top artists. What's your relationship with them?
My relationship with them is very good. Kiti winya kobi kede pijo amonge atutut no time bedo keda chuchok bedo warna dong up to chawane abina kobi ni the late was one of those people ameo binu uniang chen karni lono bedo dano me bedo because I don't have personal agendas. I actually believe in collective growth. I'm not selfish. Up to now, the artists they say they don't have. I don't remember any time. No, I don't have it. I've actually said so I wish all these guys well. And when you mention Coco Finger, at some point Coco Finger was the best artist in the country. I rate that man so highly. And you may ask, is he sounding as much as he used to? Maybe not. But he has lived his life. Coco has built. Coco is rich.
Okay, leave alone those top artists. And we have a couple of upcoming artists outside there. Who's that artist that you always see talent in him and you feel like that artist is
There are quite many, but maybe they will not love it when I say they are upcoming Podotiginikano, but I think they need to accept, because the fact that I can recognize them, I think we have artists like J. Murphy, I think we have Mr. Berry, we have Vera. There is a girl called also called Beto Bebo Bejo Deji Deji Bejo in Pelaredang. Of course, there are many. Then there are some rappers. Rapping, they are very good. And Janan Breezy, we have Newton. Then we have from Apache, we have 2 years who is working really hard. We have some artists in Dokolo, they are so good. There are so many actually, I can't mention all right now.
All right, thank you very much. Towards the end of last year, we saw some of your photos emerging from State House. I don't know what was happening there, and could you please try to throw some light there?
Yeah, what a performance State House. I was identified as one of the artists in Northern Can. I'm at where composing where I'm album Pashu bed an album by Stephen Ayeng. That album me directing bedo nyaha duong lobo. And so I what Steve actually I know Lua to be part of Ginasha. So they were dang bedi studio kunu, it was hectic but piano karate ano noha. That team aware watch out they were performing ngatu kanama war bedo kidi face. But when I was there, realizing it may be ultimate dang nyonya kamora me ramanang what where. So we identified and I recommended Vera. Vera was also called. They were dang kunu the girl from Oyam and don't utili kunu. So Gino Bedo Gini in one song, but we all performed there at State House in Tebe. And Ginashipotia met there. But all I can say, it was all down to Ominwa Stephen Ayeng. en otimo gini dushu momiyo obedo gina twere, and everything that is going to follow was based on has its foundation on him kede gina no en timo.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And when you talk of performing all the concert, being 11 years more than 10 years in the game, I believe your fans might be yearning to attend a concert in the name of Professor Maros in concert or other things. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, we have never seen you doing such. But why?
No. Gina no mi an patimo concert, Piena no better aware jo booking apelare. Kede concert kare cheno jo maro timo nui weo metama deka no jo tipasho. Nua tikede all my weeks covered. So an mwaha bedo kede target and isienta dia mati yi music imwahani. I have to keep that record. Mewe hange which one was my peak years. Mwahamena ma regressing anu knock. So average that any ning. Pianta kan woni party anu chene music awek koko.
Do you mind disclosing one of your peak years? And how much?
I think I've had peak years. Ikarada aero monitoring about I think 2013 was my peak year. And then my peak year surprisingly the hobinu bedo during COVID. Keredong 2022. 222, 221, 222. Those were my peak years.
Which means you are reaping big years.
Yes, because considering the number of NGOs that you could give, because they pay in millions. I make a power show, peda paro twal. So at you could do to twal around that time. So I think I'm going to do a concert. My maiden concert Abina team was in 2019, Lira Hotel. That was after Anojodo Dwogi wa well Lira Hotel for one Pashika. Yeah, so at the time of concert. But in Nano, I Ginamanu Jopen Yang Yohokanu. Tis some elements ogi di Lira can. A man who gin mirunita kiniti you book concert, gini me gin bedi for a front. Kain pe mi ogina yo bukero chingi, they are going to Moginiginu to make you fail. So anu put pera breaking that shell. No put pera nineho poha as a tin guana meti gincha. I mean me I could operate without these people. Right now they can actually put their concert there and Anaketomera can. I know my concert is going to be bigger. Your appointment a ping up yen nano your what in young mumot. Kakara wapo konyu unuti in pashwa matika the talent to regretting unuginuru.
Do you feel like staging one so soon?
Yes.
When could be that?
Wait for my album to come out. I'm going to declare that for right. Piani chawa ni concert edi wizi potia binu. I don't want to talk about my concert. Menuma edi wizi potia. I mean we do shukong worry my edi wizi. Then I will announce mine. Once I've announced, then we all talk about mine.
Yeah, thank you very much, Maros. It has been nice having you here.
Yeah.
And I was even almost forgetting. Sometimes when you're passing around, I can hear people you call names like MP or Mayor. Have you ever one time thought of joining politics?
Yo luani MP kodingoni. No. Ngaturu ken. Twero bedo atela. Twero what into elective politics. One ticket where dang ti dong ti a teach. Ti a serving job. It will be a. But and my idea has always been kange oni ginawo medo pe. Ame long atoro nasha. Ngo me tere chung. So kange kadana me tela. Tia kobuk, tia timo ginana, tia mitoni tim. Amangeo ni kanu wana ti office unu atimo ginan tia timo. Anpa worry pinying. Because after all, I think this is a fact. I am more famous than some leaders. Yeah. So katia mo yung ken. Every household ana worry has someone who knows me, who has heard about me. That is a blessing from God. Secondly, music dang miyo jo chente ba. You just need to play the game right, work hard, and set a standard. Kako moti ubedo busy, we know what comes into our account in a month. And the good thing is that in most cases we are not accountable to Joa Paul. So, but kiti winya ko bikere. If there is need for me, among there is something I'm going to add. Nyuati ma bear, ame long atora metia teacher. That is when I will go for it.
Let's talk about the current situation. Are you okay with all your leaders?
To a great extent, yes. Yeah, yes, to some extent, yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. As we summarize, could you please in 1 minute have a message for your fans, or if there is anything you would love to communicate outside that we have not touched?
I'm really very sorry. I mean, to cap walk fans who wear do shopping in a much of unity on my supporting one. And that's why you never kai watching interview ni winyu jama na kobo ikobe come export versus import. Ana bedu your product. Whether tibala Kira Motors cha mayo to hajati ya yobe Uganda cha. Because I am yours. I am your product. I am your pride. Tuare yele wari char Kira Motors na Japan, but you are yobe ya toha. Let them also know ni wanotie. So ka luo any call. Concert amount in pachutia yobukane. An kon bot pa yo beta yo baka to mera mi ro bet bagi na ha bot peru ne concert. We are coming for that. Oti utimo ginu no eta po yo to al support ukuru no album ametia binu and ametia binu under Heritage Foundation and nameanatia releasing anyen nere. Kedang Heritage Foundation album me better perform is State House cha tiedo ko online where not do show.
Aman begini nya be.
Me nya pora tia penyo. Pia na mi tipe da penyo a better where pario. Singles kiken rebolo bonus me collab more ye. You know.
Identifying producers are to be there.
Nasim OJ Ngatogoya Mad Match. And then we have Twisky Fingers. Ati dango producers Pashikan because we're a party or yes. So as I talk now, the song is almost tida tuma werong tidong tia boro. I'm only left with 4. I'm not here what Kampala da ukachuchoke to go and finish. But nyopa mirni akoba wenepi and pressure better duwa le jopenyo dong apelare. But let's be patient because Kiti winya ko because I'm trying to work twice as hard to make sure ni ginu kind of team. So let's be patient with me. I'm going to bring something you will love, and we are ready to go again.
All right, thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you for your time.
But then another thing, I don't know if we still have time, but.
Yeah, it's okay.
About collabo and challenges I want you facing dangikan maybe in your where however much I got a call I was supposed to speak on why where petia ko maybe your covenant aside that surely, but I don't think that is true. I think we are just not we have seen actually artists come here, by the way. They cross and then they move everywhere marketing their songs, nightclubs, radio stations and what, but I don't think we do that. One Pomar warrior, personally, and
when was the last time you traveled to deliver yourself?
I wore at Power Matter where so I wore the last local concert at Janet Priska. I was performing there in Kid Groom. But so that I don't think there is a presenter in Gulu, in Acholi, that can receive Professor Maros' music and not play it. They have no problem with us, and I have no problem with them. Maybe we don't reach out to them that much. So maybe Lango artists, let us be pushing our work to these people. They are busy where tia duonga me kaini ko kan you good I tabedo copying. You may not get that recognition. Then your wife can I believe you're doing that. Just you've called for this interview. I did not call you to do it. So you are also doing something, which we appreciate very much. But now let us push. Then another thing, my only gap anatia neno. Anatimu collab with the Laxi mover. Lucky during COVID poru chakare jota time yabo you are no. That song hasn't come out. Laxi no obino lirakan. O timo where kede pato where are you? So we have to remember where
What happened to the songs?
Not here, but then the whatever decision to release is with them, not really with me. Recently, Easy came. We started to work on a song. What where bala? That song Pero Tiejo. It is there hanging. CJ, we did a song. Pera da tia po yuna hanye where she voicing utumukon was supposed to go and the beginner.
Ask Professor Maros, what does it take for someone to do a collab with you?
It is very easy. We can like for me, you only that right now you of course you need good production, audio and visual. So sometimes we need to have a budget for that. A very good example is Lil Square. Lil Square is very determined. Actually, by the time Lil Square was telling me he was ready with Chendeme audio ke the video dushu. Kai ko Lil Square ni podati kanabu bora is even going to send you transport. That's the kind of and he's talented, But working with Aware, what do we charm or bad for the industry, for the coding or no? That is sometimes also the fans want to see. Actually, what Aware when they work together sometimes. So I think maybe our brothers that side need to really, if we are doing collabos. Let's bring it out, because when we are in the studio recording these songs, we or fans start to talk about it, then they start asking why it's not coming out. So that question becomes hard for someone like me to really respond to. But all in all, we know very well that you don't need collabos in order to be big, but we need collabos for men and Nena Bear. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fans ni anamaru ba amaru gire komatek amaru kom chokere mon amaru komatek dang man ni mwa hani kawano timu concert wa mil concert wa bedar ba beda ba eta me pot concert uni ero ngeyo kitabedo kete take album donyo. Actually Ben real what I will do in concert anam go atimo in the middle awata chala where ataduogo atawata chala luoni a comedian atimo stand up comedy pi dakika moro piera rio amenu tila ami yama kotula hu nyera na dakika piera rio đó hata dog đó hata word lo khere đó hata duo đó hata bi in fact concert ta lo ke katwer mier nu cha khere dikku ta tum na dog dikku kono ben ninning aloko ba ni na ya ko bu nu ko ngeu peram ko bu wel ba lo ka me chen me wel pot pe ta ka wel bonga ma lo ko da ti ngai wel la ko bu kita lo khere kere eta lo khere Allah khair any oh dushu cha more any oh do he duogo any ye do he duogo ha pian nu mieri ngurru
ara ta poi ma dai ma rastu chawo
ana poi